What's good, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in for some more Stick Talk with your boy Sticks. I did not get to record this episode live, but I would like to do so in the future. And if you guys would like to hang out with me where I record future episodes live, you can do so by dropping a follow over on twitch.tv/onthe-sticks. All right, we got a lot of news to get into from this past week, so let's jump right into it. This video today has been sponsored by patreon.com/onthe-sticks. For those of you that don't know what Patreon is, it's a platform that you can go to support your favorite content creators. By signing up for the various tiers they may have set up over there, you go on their page, look at the different tiers, look at the different rewards, and you select which one best suits what you want to get back for your contribution. You know, you can give the minimum amount that they have on there, or you can give more, whatever your heart's desire. So thank you once again to everyone that's contributed to On The Sticks Patreon and everyone that has in the past. So make sure you head over there, check it out, throw a couple of bucks our way, because it definitely helps keeps things going over here. Thanks, y'all. The day before, got a new gameplay trailer. If those of you that aren't familiar with this game, basically think of The Division mixed with Days Gone, mixed with any other survival game that's really popular over on Twitch for PC right now. Basically, it's an open world MMO survival game set in a deadly post-pandemic America. Funny that they would describe it as that right now, you know, right? Overrun by flesh-hungry infected and survivors killing each other for food and weapons and cars. You wake up alone in a world you no longer remember, setting out to find answers and the resources you need to survive. Yeah, this game pretty much popped up out of nowhere. It had a reveal trailer a couple of weeks ago, I want to say, and it looked pretty good. And it pretty much shows your player scavenging for supplies while coming across enemies. I want to say it was actual players. They portrayed it as actual players. They came across maybe NPCs, I'm not sure. And then it also showed that the noise that you create from fighting could cause hordes of zombies to attack you or come looking for you, as would think of a horde from the game Days Gone, kind of, sort of. That's the feel it gave me. And it also showed you was battling the elements. It was like a real bad snowstorm rolling in while the player was out searching and scavenging for things. And then they showed them go into an abandoned building. Well, at least they thought it was abandoned, to find shelter from the storm and from the zombies. And the guy came at the elevator just to find more zombies. So it's definitely not a game, I think, for the easily stressed out or the easily frightened, because I can see some very, very intense, stressful moments on there just from the zombies alone, let alone having to deal with the players too. But that's the old trailer. They had a new trailer drop this past week where it showed more of the combat, more sneaking around. So be sure to check that out. I'll be sure to leave a link to the video, the newest trailer, in the description. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. But the game definitely looks a lot like The Division, and apparently YouTube agrees, because on the new trailer it's actually listed as Tom Clancy's The Division, which I find pretty funny. And it's pretty funny nobody went back and fixed that from IGN or whatever. Maybe they couldn't change it. Maybe once YouTube said it as that, there was no changing it. But I think you can. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this game down below in the comments. BioWare stops working on Anthem, which probably doesn't surprise too many people. You know, I'm sure you all are pretty aware of all the jokes about Anthem, all the bad news around Anthem, all the memes of Anthem. Well, they'll finally come to an end here. Well, maybe they'll probably still be the butt of a lot of jokes. Anthem originally launched in February 2019 to mixed reviews. I thought Anthem was okay. Not even gonna lie, I thought it was okay. It did have a lot of problems, but I still thought it was okay. And it fell short of sales expectations. About a year after it being out, they wanted to redo its core, you know, go back to the drawing board a bit, see what they can redo, see what they can change to make better, depending on the feedback they got. So in 2020, BioWare stated they had created a small team to work on what the future of Anthem would look like. And they nicknamed this project as Anthem Next. So that got people pretty hyped. They was like, okay, BioWare's taking this serious. They're going to take the game back. They're going to rework it. And they're going to put out a product that more people would enjoy, because Anthem had a lot of high hopes set for it, and it disappointed a lot of people, especially with it being from BioWare and coming off of Mass Effect Andromeda. The letdown that game was to a lot of people as well. So a lot of people saw this as BioWare's chance to bounce back, but unfortunately they did not bounce back with this game at all. Like I said, it had its good things about it, but it was mostly bad. This past week, it came time for them, I guess, to present what they've been working on to EA. And I guess EA just wasn't impressed by the progress they made or the direction the project was going in. So they have pretty much completely shut down the work on Anthem Next, and they're through with it. I guess they've finally seen that nothing's good is going to come from it, or they just don't want to sink any more time and money and resources into it. I'm sure COVID probably had something to do with them not being far into the development of Anthem Next, or not having anything meaningful to show to get EA to greenlight the project to continue going, which is really, really sucky to hear. You know, those people have been working on that game for however long they've been working on it. I'm sure a lot of people's career depended on it, and it's really gonna have a lot of people out here hurting. So, and I wanted to see them actually turn the game around. Like I said, I played it. I had it day one, played it with a buddy of mine. He really enjoyed it. I think he actually beat the game. I never beat the game, but everybody that talks to me over on Twitch know I don't beat games anyway. So, so that's nothing new. But I never beat it. But I was going to go back to it to check out Anthem Next. I was interested in that. I wanted it to turn it around. So, like I said, it sucks that happened. But hey, that's how it goes in the gaming industry sometimes. But hopefully, with them not using the resources on Anthem Next, that will be put to use for the next Mass Effect games, as well as the next Dragon Age. I think they already said they have scrapped the multiplayer aspect of Dragon Age 4 to just focus on a single player game. So I think that's already a step in the right direction for BioWare. You know, I think if they just focus on the core of that game with the resources they was using on Anthem, I think they're setting themselves up to put Dragon Age in a better situation. But hey, we just have to wait and see, because you never know with these companies nowadays. More and more companies are letting us down with these games where we think they're going to be an instant home run, and they just haven't been anything close. But yeah, hopefully BioWare gets it together. You know, they'll always have a spot close in my heart because they did KOTOR. I love KOTOR. Can't wait for what they do next with KOTOR. You know, that's a big rumor right now. Hopefully we get something KOTOR, whether it's a new game or like a remaster or a remake of the older games. You know, I'm not sure how the older games will hold up to today, but I would check out whatever they do next for that. Apparently we're getting a live action Twisted Metal TV series. I am very surprised to hear something about that. As reported by Variety, the Car Combat video game series is getting a live action TV series in a joint production between Sony Pictures Television and PlayStation Productions. Look at PlayStation, they are convinced that they can make good TV shows and good movies and stuff like that. Hopefully this turns out good though, as well as the Uncharted movie. Hopefully that turns out good too. The series will be an action comedy written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, the writers behind Zombieland and the Deadpool films. See, when I first read the headline, I did not think it would be an action comedy. I was expecting it to be like some dark, gritty thing, you know, but I could definitely see it probably doing better as an action comedy in the sense of like the Deadpool movies and stuff like that, since they got the writers from there. But yeah, I used to love Twisted Metal as a kid, playing it on PS1, playing that and Vigilante 8. Had a lot of fun, enjoyed those a lot. I wish they would have brought back one of those games instead of doing the Destruction All-Star game, which I felt like wasn't too good. It was alright, but nothing special for me. So I'd have preferred to see one of those old games brought back instead of that. Let me know if any of you guys remember Twisted Metal or played Twisted Metal or Vigilante 8. Let me know. Also this week, we finally got the demo for Outriders. You know, that game's been pretty hyped up as well, with it being tied to Square Enix and people who can fly. They know the people that did Bulletstorm. It's tied to those guys, so it's got a lot of hype behind it. You know, it was delayed. I think it was originally supposed to come out this week, or last week that is. It was originally supposed to be out, but they delayed it and instead gave us a demo to check out. Me personally, I haven't checked the demo out yet, but I do plan to. I downloaded it. I wanted to stream it the morning it dropped, but of course I should have known these live service games always have problems when they try to do anything at first, because there's so many people wanting to get in there. So I couldn't get in there like I wanted to, so it kind of threw off my timing with it. So I was like, hey, I get back to it when I get back to it, but I'm definitely going to check it out for myself. So far, I haven't heard anything really good about the demo. A lot of people has been disappointed by this demo of the game and are saying if this all the game has to offer, they're probably not even going to get the game at all, which sucks to hear, but I'm trying to stay optimistic about it, but not get my hopes too high about it, because that happens a lot with these live service games. They always come out and either lack content or just broken and buggy or not fun at all, so definitely gonna check it out for myself, get my own personal opinion about it, and also wait for the game to actually drop before I really try to get hyped up about it, so because it can go either way. I know I had a guy telling me he believes it's going to be great just because Square name is on it, but I was like, hey man, you can't go by that. Look at the Avengers. Look at the Balan Wonderland game. So definitely can't trust a game just because of the logos you see tied to it. We also had a couple of events in the past week or so. We had a Nintendo Direct, we had a State of Play, and we had a Pokemon event. I already posted videos for the Nintendo Direct and the State of Play, so if you guys would like to hear my thoughts and see my reactions for those, be sure to hit the links down in my description to check them out. For the Nintendo Direct, I definitely love them showing Mario Golf. That was a big surprise for me. I definitely like that. Probably gonna check that out. For the State of Play, for me, I was probably most hype about the Deathloop gameplay to finally see how the game will kind of be. So I'm pretty interested in that to see how that turns out. And I was also interested in the Final Fantasy PS5 update. I started Final Fantasy VII Remake when it first came out on the PS4, but I did not finish it. And ever since I heard the rumor that there was going to be a PS5 version, I said, hey, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to play it on there. So yeah, definitely hit the links in the description to check out those 2 previous videos. For the Pokemon event, I do have a video coming for that, going over that, giving my thoughts on that. But I am very excited to see a Pokemon game that's more open world like they're teasing. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, be on the lookout for that Pokemon video. I'm also working on 2 other videos. One will be going over all the Final Fantasy news that dropped last week. In the State of Play, they only went over the Final Fantasy VII Remake PS5 version, but there was also some other Final Fantasy news that dropped the same day, if not at the same time. So I'm gonna drop a video covering that, so be on the lookout for that, as well as a video talking a little bit about Square Enix and what they got going on and how they've been doing some questionable releases, tying their name to it, even though some people might not consider it their games, but their name is on the game, their logo is on the game, so I'm gonna consider it their game. So be on the lookout for that game, that video as well, talking about Square Enix. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode of Stick Talk. Like I said, I want to start recording these live over on twitch.tv/onthesticks. So if you ever want to hang out with me where I record some of these live, you can do so by dropping a follow over on there. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's it, and be sure to check back here daily for more content here on the Sticks. Thanks.